Hi, everybody, and welcome. I am Angela Winfield, your queen of inspirational transformation, your life and success coach, and I'm here today to share with you the number one secret to living the life of your dreams. And I just want to thank you for joining me and just take a minute to really congratulate you and settle in here because it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to get clear and to actually start living the life of your dreams. How's that sound? Hopefully that sounds great because I'm thrilled about it. I'm really excited to share this with you. And I will be giving you an opportunity later in the hour to further explore, but I promise you that in this webinar, you are not only going to learn and discover this secret for yourself, but you're actually going to get a chance to use it, and I hope continue to use it. So if you don't know me, I am Angela Winfield, and my story has been said, people have told me that my story is very inspirational, and it is. I've heard my bio read every time before I get up to speak or do a radio interview, and it still wows me. It's like an out-of-body experience where it's like, man, I can't believe I did all of this. And actually, one woman recently, after hearing my bio, said, I thought you were 80 years old. And I was just like, that's hilarious because I'm not. I'm nowhere near 80 yet. But let me tell you about some of the things that I've done and some of the things that I've discovered in my life's journey. I am totally blind, totally blind. I can see light and that is it. And my life I haven't always been blind my entire life. It actually started way back when I was 4 years old. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, glaucoma, cataracts, and uveitis. These 4 conditions that would change my life totally. And at the time when I was 4, obviously it didn't affect me any. I could still see. I wore glasses. But I had a wonderful childhood. I rode my bike. I played in the woods, built forts, the whole 9. And it wasn't until I was about 10 that I had a surgery, and I had had dozens of surgeries over those years. And I didn't know, I can't tell you how many I had because I didn't know I was supposed to keep track. It was just part of my life. I would do these eye operations. And when I was 10, went under the knife one more time, and the surgery did not go as planned. So I lost the sight in my left eye. During the operation, my retina detached, and the doctor came out, and after I'd come to the next day, he met with me and my parents, and he told me that my left eye was gone. I wouldn't have any sight in it anymore, and that because the vision in my right eye was so poor that I was now legally blind. And that still didn't mean much to me. It meant more to my parents at the time. It didn't mean much to me because I didn't know what legal blindness was. And what it meant was that I had to be 20 feet with my glasses on to be able to see what someone with 20/20 vision can see from 200 feet away. All right, let me say that again. So something that someone with 20/20 vision could see at 200 feet away, about the length of a football field, I had to be 20 feet from with my glasses on. And it didn't make a difference to me. I didn't know what it meant until I got to be in my teen years. And the teen years are so hard. They're so hard for all of us because we're trying to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do. What do you want to be? People ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? And those questions actually never go away. We think they do, but they keep creeping back up in our lives. But it was difficult for me because I realized things were going to be different. I wasn't going to be able to drive. Right? I wasn't going to be able to read the same way that I could anymore with print materials. And I really, really wanted to be an attorney. That was my dream job. I wanted to be an attorney. I wanted to find someone who could love me. I wanted a relationship and a family. I wanted to be financially independent and to know that I could leave my parents' home and live on my own and be able to take care of myself. And I did not want to be dependent on government income. There's nothing wrong with that, but I didn't want that for myself. And as I was thinking, it's like, what is actually possible? I had never met anyone else like me that was a woman, that was legally blind, that was from a racial minority background, doing all of the things that I wanted to do. And I got really, really depressed. And I attempted my life. Not once, several times, because I did not want to live. At that time, I didn't realize what a gift it was to be able to explore the opportunities that were out there, because I didn't see any of the opportunities. I didn't think anything was going to be possible for me. I thought that I was going to be alone, that I was going to be a ward of either my parents or the state for the rest of my life, and that's just the way it would be. I'd have to deal with that. And that wasn't enough. So I did what I did, and I attempted my life. But I survived. Don't worry, I'm here. And that's part of my message, is that I'm here. And I figured out a way to get really, really curious about what was possible. I believe it was worth finding out, what am I capable of? What am I really capable of? And what are people? What are you capable of? I heard about this thing called the human spirit, and I never really paid it much attention until I started tapping into it myself and started getting really curious about potential, human potential, and possibility, and turning obstacles into opportunities. And once I started figuring that out and really living it, my life started to change. It started to shift. And I graduated from college. I graduated from law school, and I went to the top schools out there. And I studied abroad. I went to London. I came back and took the bar exam and passed, and got a job with a top law firm, one of the top law firms in the country. I actually met a man that loves me and that I love and that supported me in my dreams. And I got involved in so many other opportunities. I'm a real estate investor. I volunteer and serve on several different not-for-profit boards. And I've done all of this by the time I was 30 years old. And it's not because I thought I could do it. It's because I had a clear vision of my dream, and I believed that it was worth finding out. I believed in myself. I believed in other people around me, that they could and would support me if I needed it. And I'm living a life now that I could only have imagined, and that I did envision. And the reason why is a secret, right? It's always been a secret. I'm wondering, and I work with clients, and they ask, what is it that you do? What is it that you do differently? And how do you get these results for yourself? How do you get these results for your clients? And it shouldn't be a secret. It should not be a secret, because it's a human experience. It's not my experience. It's our experience collectively. And I will share that secret with you. But let me tell you before we get into this, that the realization of my dream, and I've seen this not only with myself, but with many of my clients, it's not without struggle. Okay? That's a myth. If anyone tells you that you can accomplish your dream and it's going to be smooth sailing, no bumps in the road, no obstacles, that's a lie. And I am not going to tell you that lie. I'm going to tell you the truth. That there will be obstacles, there will be difficulties, but there is a way to move through and around the obstacles that allows you to do it confidently, fearlessly, and in a way that's authentic to you, in a way that allows you to reach that goal. Right? You're going to do it with your eyes wide open. You're not going to be blind and naive about life, right? Because life happens, stuff happens in life, but that should not, and it does not have to stop you from actually realizing your dream. I will tell you that the story I just shared with you about being suicidal, that's not the only obstacle that I faced. In realizing my dream and having a man that loves me and supports me was not a cakewalk, right? We went through a lot of difficulty, a lot of struggle. You name it, we've probably been through it, all the big ones. It's all been there. We've gone through it. He and I have gone through it together. And part of the reason that we came out of it, the other side, stronger and better and a more knowing and accepting and loving person. The reason why I was able to do that is because of the secret that I'm about to share with you. The same thing with being a real estate investor. I went into that not knowing what was actually going to happen. I actually did not tell anybody when I bought my first property. I didn't tell anybody because I was so scared. I was so scared that people would discourage me, right? And I was afraid that I'd be discouraged if I heard all the naysayers. And the few people that I did tell did say, oh, you can't do that. That's very risky. It's risky to do that. And my goodness, you can't even see. How are you going to manage that? So I had to draw on something else, right? Something else, a different type of strength, a different type of knowledge that allowed me to move forward and do so successfully. And even with becoming an attorney and a speaker and a coach, there was something else inside of me that I had to draw on to get through the many, many hurdles that I encountered, and even the ones that I still encounter, the emotional turmoil inside that you come up against, that I've come up against, the days that you just want to throw in the towel and say, you know what, I'm not doing it anymore. I will tell you the secret for staying true to your vision and realizing it. And the number one secret to creating a life you love and to living the life of your dreams is to believe. I know that sounds really, really simple, and it probably sounds a little airy-fairy and like, what? Believe? Yes, okay? You must believe in yourself and in your power. You need to believe that it's worth finding out whether it's possible to achieve your dream. And you need to believe that it's worth acting. How do you do that? How do you do that? It sounds really, really easy and simple. And it's like, oh, well, I believe. Everyone kind of believes, right? You want your dream, right? That's why you're here with me. That's why you're listening. That's why you're tuned in. That's why you've taken the time either, live with me today or to watch this recording, right? Because you believe, you want it. You want your dream. But it's deeper than wanting and desiring. You have to believe in your strength, right? We all have this. You have it within inside of you. And I'll tell you how I know. Because I credit my success to something called the human spirit. It's the human spirit. It's as much mine as it is yours. And if you are human, you have it and can draw on it to accomplish your dreams. It's the thing that separates you from where you want to be. It's the thing that you tap in to bring you closer to where you want to be. It's the courage. It's the thing that produces the courage in you. And it's the thing that produces blind faith and trust in yourself, in your dream, in your actions toward it. And it's the reason why I was able to do all that I have. And it's the reason that my clients are able to achieve all that they have as well. And let me share a few of those stories with you and how believing and the power of it can help you live a life of your dreams. One woman that I had the absolute pleasure to work with, and she is a dear, dear, dear friend of mine, beyond just being a client, came to me and she was miserable. She was in her 50s. She had been in a marriage where she had been the financial breadwinner for many, many years, never doing exactly what it was that brought her to life. And she was trying one more thing. She was going to go back to school. And she said, this was it. I'm going to start a new career. I'm going to create financial wealth so that I can take care of my husband and that we can actually retire. And that's what's going to make me happy. I want security. This is what I really, really want. And I could tell she wanted it desperately. But that was not her dream. That's what she thought she could have. That's what she thought would bring her happiness and success. And in our time together, what she was able to accomplish and the shifts that she made in her life are remarkable. They blew me away. And I was just thrilled to be a part of it and to support her and guide her so that she could see this end goal, this clear vision that she had. And I'll tell you, today she is on fire because she's not leading the life that she thought she had. She thought she had to stay with her husband because that's what she had always done. She thought she had to do this other career, even though it's not really what she wanted to do. She said, it will make me money. And I kind of enjoy doing it, but it'll make me money. And I need to do these things because that's what's expected of me. That's what my husband expects. That's what my friends expect. That's what my colleagues expect. And I just want to get through. That's what she thought. But once she started believing in the deeper power and the deeper strength that she had, her own individual dream came into focus, clearer than it had ever been. And she started to trust and believe that the little whisper inside of her and inside of her heart would lead her to where she wanted to go. She believed in it. She believed in herself. She believed in her power. She believed in this dream. And she now is doing a job. She has a career that she loves. It's not one that is flashy or that will get her accolades or something that she's doing to impress somebody else. It's the one that lights her up. It's the one that she jumps out of bed to do every morning. And she's doing it with a man that she loves. She left a loveless marriage that she had been in for decades because she believed in her own power, her own strength, and she believed in her vision. She believed it was worth finding out whether she could live the life of her dreams. And she is. That's the power of her belief. That's the power that it has. Let me tell you about another woman. She's a young executive, and she started a new job, her first executive position. She moved across several states to take on this job, and she was so enthusiastic about it until she got there and she saw what was going on with this organization. And it was difficult. It was really difficult. Her staff did not like her and did not respect her. Her supervisors and the board weren't giving her the support that she needed. And she wasn't integrating into the community. She wasn't sure whether she wanted to. And she was in this position for nearly a year. And every day she woke up and went into the office thinking, is this the day that I'm going to get fired? Is this the day that it's going to be over? And she was burnt out. She was dragging. And she confided in me that after a year of being in this job, she had not unpacked her office. Her stuff was still in boxes because she wasn't sure whether she could make the difference that she knew she could and wanted to make. Right? She knew she had these abilities and these strengths. And once she stopped thinking so much and started believing in her own strength and her own power, she started to turn the organization around. She started to integrate into the community, to garner the support, to gather friends, colleagues, and people that lifted her up. And she's making a difference. And she sent me this beautiful, beautiful email. And she says to me, she goes, I love this. I never knew it could be this much fun. I love this. It's so much fun. And I'm telling you these stories because I want you to clearly know the truth, what it means, the courage that it takes to take action on your dreams and actually to live the life of your dreams. It's not going to be without difficulty and struggle. I told you already, that's a lie. That's a myth. That's a myth. But what you can do is to use those obstacles, to use those struggles to draw out your inner strength, to become the greatest leader of your life, not to lose sight of the dream that you have and that you want to fulfill, the dream that you want to realize for yourself. In order to hang on to that, right, and move into it and actually realize that dream, you need to believe in it. You need to believe in the dream, the power of it. You need to believe in yourself and your capabilities. Undoubtedly and unwaveringly, you need to have that belief and be able to draw on that strength so you can keep moving towards your goal, keep moving towards it and looking at how that vision evolves so you can move into it. That's the secret. And it shouldn't be a secret. It really shouldn't be a secret because it's part of the human experience. But it is the key. It's absolutely the key to tapping in and creating the life of your dreams. So how do you actually begin to believe more? How do you tap into the human spirit? How do you believe that it's worth it, that it's worth moving forward? I've spent many years deconstructing the shifts that I've made. I've spent many years studying people, the ones that have achieved, the ones who haven't achieved, working with my clients, working with many different types of people to figure out exactly how to develop belief and develop it such that it becomes this never-ending force, this endless wellspring of inspiration and motivation that keeps you moving forward. I call it being on fire without burning out, right? So remember that woman who heard my bio and said, wow, I thought you were 80. And it's like, no, that was all before I was 30, right? How did I do that? How do I do all that I do? And every day is an obstacle for me because I wake up still not being able to see and still having to deal with all of those challenges, dealing with what other people think of me, what other people think I'm capable of, and also the challenges of just doing the simple things, right? How do I manage to do all of that and then continue on, right? How did I do that? So what I did is I broke this down into a system. And if you've heard me before, you've probably heard this, my 4 master keys for unlocking happiness and success, right? My 4 master keys for opening your mind, opening your eyes, and opening your heart, right, to happiness and success, to your happiness and success, no one else's, right? Because it's different for everybody. My success is different from your success, which is different from the 2 stories of my clients that I've shared with you. Their success is very different, right? It's a unique thing, right? So you cannot follow someone else's vision of success. That's the problem, right? Most people see something out there and they see somebody doing something. Oh, that looks great. I want to do that. That's what's going to make me happy. That's what's going to make me feel successful. It may be. But more often than not, if it didn't come from within you, if it's not your own vision of success, it's not going to make you happy. It's not going to make you successful. It's going to make you resentful, right? It's going to burn you out, right? You want to live into your own dream. That's what's going to continually fuel you. That's what's going to be the engine that drives you. That's what's going to give you the motivation and inspiration to get up when there's an obstacle, right? Yes, there's going to be a moment when you're going to be down. You're like, I don't want to do this. But it's that vision, your vision that you are tied to, that dream is going to propel you forward. and you're going to go into it gladly. And the 4 master keys for success will take you through that. So let's get into that just a little bit so you know what I'm talking about here on a deeper level. What are these 4 master keys? All right, it's OPEN. It's an acronym, OPEN. Right? The first master key for O is outlook. Outlook, right? How do you view yourself, the people around you, the world, right? What filters are you putting on and that are prohibiting you from actually believing in your dream and believing in yourself? We put lots of filters on, right? It's just a common thing that happens. I'm sure if you're here, you've heard of limiting beliefs, right? That's a filter. That's a filter. And in order to move past these filters and lenses of seeing the world, you need to remove them, right? You need to believe. You need to remove the lenses so you can actually see your power, your capabilities, your dream, and what's standing in the way, right? Once you do that, once you see the truth, you can move into making reality, right? You can't create reality from a fiction, right? If you have these filters and these lenses that are prohibiting you and stopping you from seeing what's actually out there, where you're not going to be able to get anywhere. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that that's clear to you, that your outlook needs to be optimized for your success and your happiness, right? So that's O for outlook. And then P for plan, right? You've got to have a roadmap of sorts, right? You at least need to know where it is that you want to end up and the steps that go into actually getting there. And they may be linear. More often than not, it's not going to be linear. You're going to make a little progress and you're going to detour a little bit. There's going to be an obstacle and you might need to go around and take a different route. But you need to know and believe that you're still heading towards to where you want to be. That getting to where you want is actually what you want and you're committed to it and you have a plan, right? You have a plan, but you also have confidence that if plans change, because they do, told you life happens and things happen, obstacles creep up, that the plan can get you back on track, right? You know where you're heading and you're committed to getting there. And you know the different steps that go into actually accomplishing that dream, that vision for yourself. So that's O and the P of OPEN, outlook and plan. The third master key is E for education, right? And education is twofold, right? You need specific skills, right? The hard skills, tools, techniques, training, formal education, right? You need to know what that is so you can get it. But you also need to be the definitive expert in yourself, which means that you need to be educated in who you are. Undoubtedly, right? You need to know, because no one else can be the definitive expert in you. People can know you. People can know you very well. People can believe in you. People can hold a space for you and hold a vision for you. But you are the one who senses it. You are the one who feels into it. And you are the one who lives it. Right? So if you want to live your dream, then you need to accept your role in it and take it seriously enough to get to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities, your gifts and talents, so that you can bring them out, so you can actually believe in and act upon the courage that is inside you, the human spirit that resides within you. That comes from knowing yourself and educating yourself about yourself. Okay. So that's the E. That's the third master key. We have outlook, plan, education, and then the final master key is N for network. Right? You've got to have the right networks and support systems in place. And it's more than just your social network. It's more than just who you know. Right? There's a lot more that goes into it. You've got to have the people around you that inspire you, that motivate you, that lift you up, that challenge you, that call you out when you need calling out, and hold you to your dream, that hold you to your vision, and that want it for you. And beyond that, you have got to be known for who you are. Okay, so those are the 4 master keys, right? OPEN: outlook, plan, education, and network, right? That's how you start to tap into your belief, right? That is the key, right? That's the number 1 secret to living the life of your dreams, is to believe. And what I want to do now is to tell you, because I told you earlier that I had an opportunity for you. And I do. And I don't want this to be, I'm going to be really frank and honest and real with you, because if you've been in any sort of personal growth program or personal development, if you've been in the industry, if you know what it's all about, then this is the part where you usually start to tune out, right? Because this is where the pitch is. And yes, there will be a pitch. There will be a program for you. But what I want to do is, after I tell you about the program, I want to give you the technique for actually stepping into your greatness. I talked about being the greatest leader of your life, right? I don't want you to follow me, right? I don't want you to be beholden to me. What I want, and this is what I want for every person, not just my clients, but I want for you to be the greatest leader of your life. I want you to be able to trust and know that your vision is worth it. Right, so I'm going to give you a technique for actually making choices, because that's how we act most in the world. Our choices define who we are and what we do, right? The choices that we make define where we end up and whether we actually get the opportunity to live the life of our dreams. So I'm going to give you a tool for making choices, okay? And it will work, because it always works. It's a great tool, and I will share that with you. But first, let me tell you a little bit about the program that I've developed and that I'm so thrilled to share with you today. It's a program that walks you through each one of these 4 master keys, and it will help you cultivate your belief so that you will be the greatest leader of your life. You will know your vision. You will know how to step into it. You will be stepping into it, and you'll be creating, constantly co-creating the life of your dreams that will bring you satisfaction, that will bring you happiness, and that will bring you success. And what it is, it's a home study program that is about you. It's all about you and yourself. It consists of 21 short audio trainings where I will be sharing with you the deeper aspects of each one of the 4 master keys, right? Because what I've given you, there's so much more to it than what I've told you. You can definitely use what I've told you. I hope that you do and will. But this program takes you deeper into each one of those master keys, and it gives you the information and insight behind each one of them, and it breaks it down for you beautifully, if I do say so myself. And you also have the transcripts for each one of those recordings. So if listening isn't your preferred mode of taking in information, you can have the transcripts, review them, take notes on them. You also get a 48-page life book. Right? I call it a life book rather than a workbook, because we don't need more work, right? We've got plenty of that already. This is your life book. It's a series of exercises, reflections, and tools that walks you through, again, each one of the 4 master keys, and it becomes your guide. Right? It's something that you not only do once, but that you can keep going back to and refining and looking at to remind yourself and continuously tap in to that energy, tap into the greatest leader that you are, and lead your life confidently. It's a brilliant tool, and it's your life book. It's 48 pages. In addition to the audios and the life book, you will also get monthly Q&A calls with me, and that is indefinite. Right? For the life of this program, once a month, you'll be able to hop on the line with me, ask your questions, get answers, get some instant inspiration, get some laser coaching and some breakthrough coaching right there on the spot to support you as you move through the audios, as you move through the life book, as you move through your life, right? Even after you've finished the audios and the life book, you can still hop on the calls and get your questions answered by me personally. Even more than that, there are bonuses, right? You get some amazing bonuses with this program. You will get a guide to your accelerator exercises, right? It's instant inspiration. You get a complete guide that will show you how to motivate yourself, right? It's a tip sheet and you can use it. I use it still, right? On the days when I'm dragging a little bit and I need some motivation, I go to this sheet and I pull off the one that I need and I get myself moving and re-engaged in my life and in creating my dreams. So that is gifted to you as part of the program. You will also get, as a second bonus, you will get the 2-step process to putting an end to procrastination. And I can tell you that I know a little bit about procrastination. Even though I've been able to do an awful lot, I am a chronic procrastinator, right? That's my default, to procrastinate and put things off. And I developed this tool that works for me just about every single time. It has worked for my clients. It's almost like magic. I hate to say that, but it's almost like magic the way that this tool works. That is your second bonus. It's easy 2-step guide that you can keep handy and use it when you need to get out of procrastination mode and back into action. And the third bonus guide that you will get is an 11-question Outlook optimizer, right? It's 11 powerful questions, the most powerful questions that will instantly elevate your outlook, right? Remember, that's one of the first master key is outlook, right? These questions will get to the heart of it and get you clear. It will remove the filters, whatever filters blocking you, it will remove and get you clear again so that you can start to take action, right? Really powerful tool that works, and that will be part of this program as your third bonus. And this is the one that I am super, super excited about. Not that I'm not excited about this whole program. It was thrilling to put together for you, but this bonus is amazing. When you purchase this home study program, you will be entered for life, in the life of the program, into an annual drawing to win a month package of one-on-one coaching with me. Right? That is valued at over $1,000, that package, I'll tell you. And all together with the audios, the workbook, the life book, with the audios, the life book, the 3 bonus packages, the Q&A calls, and this entry to win one-on-one coaching is valued at over $2,500. And let me tell you a little bit more about this annual drawing. There will be a drawing at the end of each year, and one lucky person will win private coaching with me. If you don't win the first year, you will be entered the next year. Right? So you never lose that ticket. You never lose that ticket into the drawing. It will be there and you will have the opportunity to work with me. So that whole package valued at over $2,500, I'm not asking you to pay $2,500, even though the program is worth it. And more importantly, you are worth it. You're worth that. I know it. Your dream is absolutely worth $2,500. But that's not what I'm asking you to pay for it. I'm offering this program for $97. $97. And it's crazy. I know it's crazy because it's almost too little. But the reason why I'm offering it at $97 is because I want it to be an absolute no-brainer for you, right? I don't want you to have to think twice about whether or not you have the money to afford it. And I know for some people, $97 may still be a stretch, but it is something that I want to make available to you, right? I don't want this to be a stumbling block, right? I don't want it to be the reason that you don't trust your vision and believe and tap into being the greatest leader of your life. I want you to be able to give yourself the gift of yourself, your greatest self, the self that is living the life of your dreams. I want you to be able to give yourself that without hesitation. And the way that the program is set up, it is completely self-paced. So you can move through it as quickly as you want or as slowly as you want. And because you have those Q&A calls indefinitely, you will be able to get the support that you need when you need it, right? It's not going to be too fast or too slow. It's going to be just what you need because you get to set the pace. And if you need the support, reach out and you'll get it. To learn more and to actually review the program, go over to angelawinfield.com/home study. You can take a look at everything that I've just laid out and everything that's there for you. And you can hop right into that and start to clarify your vision, start to work on and use these 4 master keys for opening yourself, for opening your mind and opening your eyes and opening your heart. When you open in this way, the possibilities are endless. You can call on and tap into your belief and the power of the human spirit to create the life of your dreams. That is so available to you. And it shouldn't be a secret, right? It should be available to everyone. And that is another reason why I've priced this at such a low price point. It shouldn't be a secret anymore. It doesn't need to be, right? Everyone should be able to use this, and I want you to take advantage of it. Now, for the technique, this is what I do personally. And it's also what I teach my clients to do when they are faced with a choice, right? I'm all about being true and authentic to yourself and doing it in a way that allows you to flourish. Because when you're true and authentic to who you are, to your vision, to your dream, that's a gift. Right? It's not a gift just for you. Yes, it is thrilling and happy and it's, wonderful for you. But when you do that, you open up channels for other people, right? When you take on the responsibility and the challenge and the joy and the pleasure of being the greatest leader of your life and living into your dreams, you allow others to do the same. You're setting an example. You lead. Right? It may not be in the boardroom, although it may be, depending on what your profession is. But when you are living in that way, you are automatically a leader for others. Right? So I want you to be able to make choices from that place, right? From that place of alignment. And here's the process. I'm going to tell it to you first. And then I'm going to give you the time to work through it with me right now and apply it, okay? So the way this works is to connect with your vision, right? Your dream vision. And to connect with the belief, right, of your power. Really tap into that belief. Believe in yourself. Believe in the dream. And then consciously and with your eyes totally wide open, make the choice. Okay. So get real comfortable, and you might want to close your eyes for this if that feels comfortable to you. If not, just stay with me and focus. Okay. Focus on the inside. Right? And think about your dream, right? The one that brought you to this webinar, the one that made you click on that button, the one that has kept you here until now, right? You signed up because you wanted to learn and discover the number one secret to living the life of your dreams. So you want it, right? You want to live the life of your dreams. What is that dream? Right now, allow yourself to sink into it and begin to envision the life of your dreams. What does that look like? What does it look like? How do you spend your day? What do you wake up feeling? Yeah. And I really want you to connect with that feeling. How do you feel when you wake up? And then what do you do with your day? How do you spend your time? And how does it feel to spend your time that way? Really connect with that dream. Make it nice and vivid. What would you be doing? How much money would you be making? Who would you be spending your time with? Where would you be spending your time? How much energy would you have? What does that energy feel like? That feeling of being on fire without burning out. The feeling of shining your authentic light into the world. The feeling of your success, your happiness on your terms. And in doing that, creating something bigger than yourself that inspires others to do the same in their own way. What does that dream look like for you? What does it feel like? Are you there? I'm there. I'm there. I've got it in my mind's eye too, what it feels like and what it looks like for me, because I'm still dreaming. I'm still dreaming. It never stops. It's a wonderful thing. So now that you've got that in your mind and in your heart, I want you to think about the choice in front of you. And it might be the choice to join this program and to give yourself that gift. It may be some other choice. But I want you to think about that choice and ask yourself, will this bring me closer to my vision? Will this bring me closer to my vision? And listen, because you'll feel the answer right there. You'll know if it's yes or no for you. And if it's yes, believe that it's worth finding out. Believe that you have the power to act, because you do. No one else can do it. Making that choice is actually stepping in to being the greatest leader of your life. When you say yes to yourself, when you say yes to your dream, you say yes to that belief, and you make those choices and move into it, that is what fuels you. That is what the human spirit is. You are tapping into it right now when you hear that answer coming from within you. If the answer is no, it's no. If it's not going to move you closer to your dream, that's the answer you need to listen to. Now, if it's yes, if the answer you're hearing is yes, and you're willing to act on it, That's going to take you closer. But there's something else, right? There's the mind. There's the mind that comes in and has all these, yeah, but this, yeah, but that, and excuses and reasons for you not to act. And that's okay. That's okay. That's human nature. That's part of outlook, and that's part of having some of those lenses. The most important thing is not to not fall victim to the lenses and those filters and those voices that say, yeah, but. It's to recognize that those yeah, buts are excuses. Those are the obstacles. Those are the things that are going to keep you from realizing your dreams. Just take that in, right? It's not you that's going to stop you. It's those reasons and excuses. You have the choice. And even if you decide, you say, okay, I know that this is going to bring me closer to my dream, but X, Y, and Z, list the reasons. And nevertheless, I'm going to step away. Know that you've made a conscious, aware, awake choice, right? Sometimes it doesn't make sense for you, but it is only you that can act. It is only you that can lead your life. And that's what you're doing when you make those choices. So that's what I encourage you to do, not only with this program and deciding whether you're going to purchase it and join and get the support and get the guidance so that you can be the greatest leader of your life and not need to follow any other person other than the authentic you within. Or if it's another choice, I want you to use this tool. I want to give this to you as my gift to you, right? That you have the power and believe in that power. Use your dream and use your vision to guide you, right? That's what it's really all about. That's what life is about, right? We don't know what's going to happen, right? I say it's an enterprise in blind faith. That's what life is. That's life's mission, right? We don't know what's going to happen. We have a vision, and it's up to us to follow it and to realize it or not. That's really what it comes down to. But believe that you have the power within you to realize that dream. And I want, more than anything, for you to accept, nurture, and cultivate that power so that we all, one person at a time until it's the whole world, can be living on fire without burning out and sharing our gifts and living our dreams, because that's really where it's at, right? That's where we need people to be, is in their power and in their gifts and leading for all of us so that we can continue to do that. So I've been honored and humbled to share the number one secret to living the life of your dreams with you. And again, if you haven't caught it yet, it's to believe. Believe in yourself and your power. Believe in the power of your dreams, and believe that it's worth taking action to find out, right? Because when you do, you become the greatest leader of your life, and you can create and live the life of your dreams. And if you want to go into that deeper and further with me, then I'd encourage you to go over to angelawinfield.com/home study right now. Take a look at the package that I've laid out for you. It is fabulous. And I'm not just saying that because I was tempted to buy it when I was putting it together. It includes 21 audios that walk you through the 4 master keys, a 48-page life book, monthly Q&A calls with me where you'll get your questions answered, you'll get coaching, you'll get inspiration, you'll have a great time. And then you also get 4 additional bonuses. You get the accelerator exercise sheet to get you up, motivated, and moving, get you unstuck. You get the 2-step process for putting an end to procrastination. And you also get the 11-question Outlook Optimizer to instantly elevate your outlook and get you clear and refocused on that dream of yours. And the most wonderful bonus of it all is an entry to win a month's worth of coaching with me. Even if you never listen to a single audio or open up the Life Book, which I encourage you to actually do. You should do this and it will work and it's there. But if you never even touch any of that or any of the bonuses, the opportunity to get on the phone and get your questions answered, to get that monthly support that you need, or the chance to win one-on-one coaching is well worth the investment of only $97. And as I said, you are worth it. You are so worth the $97. You are worth way more than the $97, and your dream is worth more than that price. Your dream is priceless, and you are priceless. Start believing that, and start living the life of your dreams. It's been my pleasure to be with you for this webinar. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to reach out. Again, you can go right on over to angelawinfield.com/home study. Information is on that page. And if you have any questions, there's an email address for you, info@angelawinfield.com. But go over there, check it out. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed putting it together just for you. Again, the website's angelawinfield.com/home study. I trust that you will take what we've talked about today and actually use it. Use it, share it. You've got the 4 master keys, and you've got the tool for making informed, aware choices, right? You have that power. Trust in that power and take those actions to realizing your dreams. Again, I'm Angela Winfield. I'm your queen of inspirational transformation, your life and success coach, and I wish you much love, much happiness, and much success. Go out there and realize your dreams.